Alright, what is up YouTube? It is me, Zol, and we're back with another video. So in my last video, I asked y'all to hop on my Instagram, prod by Zol, give me a follow. I asked y'all to hop on my Instagram and DM me some questions for a Q&A. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be answering some questions. Before I hop into the questions that y'all asked me, I'm having a contest on this channel. In this contest, I'm going to be reacting to the songs that you make. In order to join this contest, you need to buy my Poppy Bedroom sound pack and use a sound in your song. The deadline's July 31st. So just make a song before then, and there's a lot of ways that you can send me the song. Just check out this video right here, and all the information is on there. Alright, so let's just hop right in. The first question that we have is fave song of all time and your star sign. So I was thinking about this question for a long time. I don't really have a favorite song, but I will give y'all a top 5. So 2 of these songs are from Frank Ocean because, I mean, he's probably my favorite artist of all time. So we've got Forrest Gump by Frank Ocean, White Ferrari by Frank Ocean as well, Welcome to Rehab by Amir Obey, Skinny Love by Bon Iver, and Don't Know by Mac Miller. So those are my top 5 songs of all time probably. And my star sign, I am a Cancer. So Cancer gang, represent. Alright, next up we've got what kind of music do you listen to the most, and what made you make videos for YouTube? This is a great question. What kind of music do I listen to the most? I would probably say like indie pop. I mean, I listen to some bedroom pop. I like bedroom pop, but indie pop, indie rock, R&B. I also listen to hip hop. I mean, I listen to a lot of things, so I don't really have like a main genre that I go to, but I have a lot of different playlists with a lot of different genres, so I like all music, except for I'm not really a country fan. And the next question was, what made you make videos for YouTube? I've actually had this channel for about 7 years. I used to put piano covers that I would play on the piano. Did that for about 3 years probably. Probably had less than 10 subscribers for those 3 years, but I enjoyed doing those. And then throughout that time I got GarageBand, and I like messed around with GarageBand because I really wanted to make full songs. Like, I didn't like just playing these little snippets on the piano. I wanted to play some full songs, so I got GarageBand, made some trash beats because, you know, it's the first time I ever like had a DAW in general. So after about like a year or 2, I ended up getting Ableton Live Lite, and I kind of like got it within like the first 3 months. I kind of had a general gist of what I was doing, and I just decided to make a tutorial on it, even though I was only on the platform for about like 3 months, but I decided to make like a beginner tutorial because that's about all I knew. So I still have that video on this channel if you want to check that out. It's a very old video, and it's a very, very beginner tutorial, so beware. It's, you know, the song's not the greatest. Alright, the next question is, who inspired you, or what inspired you to start a channel / make beats? So, like I said, I put out those like beginner tutorials. I put out like 4 of them in the span of a year. I wasn't really, you know, taking it seriously. And like the main reason I made my channel is because YouTube taught me everything that I know about music production. I haven't taken a class on this. I haven't, you know, studied music theory. I've learned everything from YouTube. So I just decided to put out the knowledge that I had onto YouTube, and a lot of y'all like it, so, you know, that's nice. And also, the people that were making videos on YouTube, like tutorials and stuff, they were all older, until I found Ramzoid and Aries. So those 2 people I've definitely got a lot of inspiration from because they were, you know, younger, they were more my age, and they were having a lot of success on YouTube doing tutorials. And I'm even like more inspired by them right now because they've transferred their YouTube like popularity and their YouTube following onto major platforms with their music, which, you know, I'm trying to do, but gotta gotta perfect my craft first, but that is what I'm planning to do. So Ramsoid and Aries definitely huge inspiration for this channel and for me. All right, next question. How do you start a track? What's the first instrument? Usually for me, I mean, I don't really like gear away from this. I usually always stick to the chords that I'm gonna be making. So the chords really set the tone for any song, because that's going to be the progression of the song and it's going to be the general vibe. So I try to get that down, and then I'll move on to a melody, and then maybe some like drums for a verse, and then I'll move on to the bass in the chorus or in a verse, and then I'll end up doing the drums for that chorus. So that's usually like the structure for how I make songs. Next question, what are your inspirations? Already answered that. Do you only use one DAW? Yes, I only use Ableton. Used to use GarageBand for a little while. I've used Logic before. I kind of know a little bit about what I'm doing on Logic. So I have used both of those before, but I mean, I've been using Ableton for a few years now, so that's really the only DAW that I am going to be using. I don't know, I mean, I could move on to another area in the future, but I don't really see that happening. All right, next question. Where are you from? Cause you sound like you're from the north, but you also use y'all. I have a feeling y'all like this question. There it is, I said it again. I feel like you're gonna like this question because I get a lot of comments on my videos, people just saying y'all in the comments. So I've lived in a lot of different places. I've lived in Florida, New York City, Texas, Oklahoma, Rome, Italy. So I've lived in a lot of different places, but from like late elementary school into early high school, I lived in Texas, so that's probably where I get my y'all from. I don't really see myself switching to you all because I've just used y'all for so long, so it's not going away. I'm sorry. All right, next question. How did you learn to produce? Any tips for people just starting out? Like I said before, I've learned just about everything about music production from YouTube, from different YouTubers. So a big tip for people just starting out producing, be on YouTube a lot. Look up just a bunch of different tutorials, a bunch of different people giving out tips and tricks. I've spent countless hours watching YouTube videos on just random producing videos, so that's gonna definitely help your game. I mean, these tutorials are getting more and more specific and more in-depth than, you know, they've ever been. You can basically get a kind of like a one-on-one teacher experience from YouTube, which is a free platform. So definitely recommend hopping on YouTube a lot. Next question, for music production, Mac is better or Windows? So I can't really answer this question because I haven't been using a Mac. I've been using a PC, so Windows, Dell, HP, computer, laptop. I've been using this for a few years now. I might upgrade it pretty soon, so stay on the lookout for that. I'm really excited about, you know, putting some money into a better computer, but I've been using this for a few years now and it's been phenomenal. Next question, how long have you been producing music and how do you keep going when you feel like you're not making any headway? Great questions. I've been producing music on like DAWs for about 4 years, probably 4 or 5 years. Been really into music. I played the piano for a while, so I've always been into music, but producing, I've probably been producing on a DAW for about 4 years now. How do you keep going when you feel like you're not making any headway? This is a great question. You know, writer's block, you're gonna hit that at some point in your music making career. I mean, you might hit it a lot, and you know, I've definitely had episodes where I just sit down, start making something, and I can't really get anywhere. So my suggestion would be always make it a point to work on something during the day. So even if you think that, you know, I can't get anything out, I'm not inspired by anything, just sit down and try to write something on your DAW. I mean, if that's opening up a project that you made like a week before, if that's opening up that project and throwing in one snare drum, one hi-hat, that's gonna help. So always try to make it a point to work on at least one thing a day. All right, next question. How do you came to producing, and what is your favorite movie? So I already answered the first question. All right, favorite movie. I mean, probably like the songs thing. I don't really have a favorite movie. It's, you know, it's hard for me to choose a favorite movie when I have so many different movies that I like a lot. But top 3 would probably be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, phenomenal movie. Akira, incredible movie. I heard that like Kanye liked that movie, so I ended up watching it one night and it was phenomenal. So that's another great movie. And then number 3 would probably be Good Will Hunting. So good. All right, some runners up, gotta mention these. Ex Machina and Pursuit of Happiness. Love both of those movies. So, you know, that's like my top 5. Is that a good answer? All right, next question. I've been trying to learn production for about a week now and am struggling to understand a lot of it. Would you recommend trying to learn music theory as well? Great question. I've got this question a lot as well, and I would probably say no. I didn't know music theory, you know, during my production learning experience. I mean, it's really just gonna take you a lot of time to get this producing thing down. You know, it takes a lot of time. Practice makes perfect. Be sure to be in the studio every day. Obviously, knowing music theory, it's gonna help you out a little bit, but it's not gonna help you out on a lot of technical things. I think it's definitely something that will help your game out a lot. So if you have some extra time to maybe try to learn some music theory, that would help. But I don't think it's a necessity in trying to learn how to produce music. All right, and I got a few people asking me for a, you know, studio setup tour. So, I mean, you're gonna be surprised at how trash my studio is. You know, it's nothing special. I'm gonna be getting some new equipment soon, so I might make a like updated studio video on that. I'm really excited. I've already purchased a few things, so I'm very excited to show y'all that. But let me just show you what I have and what I've been using for like the past 2 years. All right, so here is my desk. We've got my mic, which is, let me focus, a Blue Yeti. I've been using this for a few years now. I think it's $100, probably the cheapest mic to get. It's, you know, it's coined the SoundCloud mic because it's what all the SoundCloud rappers get. So $100. Recommend this mic because it's a USB mic, so you don't need a preamp. You can just plug it right into the computer. There is the USB cord right there, going to that. All right, and then I have these Rokit studio speakers. I've been using these for a few months now. Very happy with this purchase. Just having some studio monitors definitely helps your mixing game because you can transfer from headphones to speakers, and that's just gonna help you understand more what your mix is gonna sound like in a lot of different, you know, outputs. And then over here, we've got acoustic guitar and electric guitar. And then we also have this keyboard. And then we have these albums over here. So I also got a question that said favorite albums, and this is my answer to that. These are my top 10 albums. I painted these like a few years ago. Yeah, so let's just go through them. We've got Viva La Vida by Coldplay, Freuden by Daniel Caesar, 808s and Heartbreaks by Kanye West, Blonde by Frank Ocean, 2014 Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole, Man on the Moon, Kid Cudi, Escape, Journey, Calgary, Bon Iver, Can't Be a Blank Here by Amir Obey, and then Welcome Home by Aries. I really enjoyed answering those questions. Be sure to enter the Poppy Bedroom Pack sound contest. I can't wait to listen to all of your songs. So that's about it. Peace.